have to alter my life, you will never be the prize. And I know my worth so much. That is why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra? You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your is not big enough for the sacrifice for my life.
Oh, today's video that we're getting ready to go over, entitled Kendra G's Hatred for Black Men Has Become Insane. Shout out to brother-in-arms O'Shea Duke Jackson. He just created this legendary piece of work, so we're going to go through it. I just can't believe Kendra Jizzle is still out here making rounds on these internet streets. You understand? Hey. I can't believe. So we must go over the content. All right, if she's continuing to show hate for the masculine men that are out there that seem to avoid her show like the damn plague, we must dive in further and investigate. So without further ado,
let me tell you something. As long as the requirement is for me to lay on my back and open my legs, a man will never be the prize. Because the requirement is my life.
For the last few months, I had completely forgotten about Kendra G until a few hours ago when I was scrolling on Instagram and landed on this post. Now, remember, Kendra G's dating live show should be about couples hooking up. Nobody is really there to see her because the show is not really based on her. It's named after her, but really what people are there for is to find somebody through her platform. Just like we don't go to Tinder or any other app to meet the designer or the owner. We are there to get what we want. But Kendra G decided that she wanted to teach you black men a lesson about why you don't deserve to be with her.
The requirement is my energy. The requirement is for me to make time for you. I run a whole company. Okay? So if I have to make time for you, if I have to schedule you in, if I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize.
She just makes it so damn easy at this point. You guys understand, like, if I was to do something like this, a woman would never be the prize because of all of my accolades, right? All of my status, all of my education, right? Like, first off, women would be like, ew, that's disgusting, cringe. Meanwhile, she does this, but these women will do this from like this weird boss bee, independent queen position, right? Like, and it's because she's in the Matrix. She's a lemming. She's been convinced that all of these things that she's do somehow make her the prize from a dating perspective. And it is absolutely just not true. If anything, it's a pathway, a one-way ticket to being alone, single, and bitter with your farm of cats into the future. Meanwhile, she's talking in Copanese while we understand that there's true pain behind her eyes. Yet another all-star player in the Hall Banger Wall of Famer, unable to find this so-called perfect man until they reach the tender age of 73. Let's proceed.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Soldier.
Now, this is very interesting. Kendra G is saying you can't be the prize because she's running the business and making money. If she has to alter her life, you can't be the prize. The reason is because she makes a lot of money. But this is a very interesting strategy. And I'm going to show you why.
It's nasty.
I think I have to admit, when we talk about high value men, those that are, I have friends and the men that I've dated, a lot of things you are spot on. They're very big on images. They are big on being catered to. I'm a woman who used to desire those type of men. I don't really desire them that much because I don't want to fulfill what they desire.
This is the legendary clip that she did with Kevin Samuels.
This is
when she, at this time, was 41 years old. She admitted to Kevin Samuels that there is a certain kind of man that she wants, but she isn't willing to put in the effort to get that kind of man because she feels that she would lose leverage. In other words, to get the kind of guy that makes a lot of money, is physically attractive, she doesn't want to deal with the fact that that man has a lot of optionality, he may cheat, so she's not willing to put the effort for the guys that she wants.
Kendra G now, through her bitterness, has become the man that she complains about. Think about that. What if you could copy the exact system that I use to generate between $50,000 and $100,000 a month purely from posting commentary content online? My life right now consists of no boss, no commute, no alarm, and I work when I want. And I've spent the past 8 years building this framework out from scratch. And 1 million subscribers later, over 400 million lifetime views, and I've never once talked about exactly how I do it. Until now. Now, my system is called Viral to Value, and it's the step-by-step blueprint that I personally use every single day to turn viral moments into real, life-changing income in any niche. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building something that is actually yours, click the link below and let's get to work.
See the conflict here. Number one, if she has to alter her life for you, you will never be the prize. This is actually correct because the men that you want, you will never do what you should do to get them. But what kind of men want Kendra G?
I know you used to impressing girls with your little money, because I'm calling it little.
Oh, Shay.
That's what it is.
You're killing them.
Let me play you all the way to what you are.
How much?
Don't you ever in your life think you can ask me to fly me out so you can get some? Are you kidding me?
What Kendra also doesn't understand is that when she does things like this is going to attract a certain type of a man, and it's also going to repel a certain type of a man. You know, that's why I say so often that many of these young ladies, they need like a femininity school, because there's degrees of like this hood or this ratchet that they refuse to remove from the way that they conduct themselves. And it's their image. And just look at the type of men that call in that want to get flued out. You know what I'm saying? Women that behave and respond in this particular matter, it's odd to me because you're placing yourself in a position where you're getting a lower tier version of a man. Higher tier versions of men don't want to see like this aggressive pop off. That's why like I always like to watch, what's the young lady's name? Ashley. Gosh, let me go get her name. I found her finally. It's Ashley Dalton. Okay. And shout out to her. She has a call-in show. And when the women call in, I love the way that she does it because she's the ideal picture. And when I say ideal, I don't want to put all of that on her. But as far as a woman that conducts herself with class and elegance and sophistication, and it's the exact same type of woman that I think, as a black woman, could absolutely command a high-value man. She doesn't posture as if she's better than. She doesn't talk about how much of the prize that she is. Hold on, let's see how she...
Yeah, so I want a lot of children. I don't have no children yet, but I do want 9 children.
What?
Wi-Fi off. Is that better?
Yes.
I turn my Wi-Fi off.
Hello? Okay, yes.
Cool.
All right. Do you consider me on live and potentially all platforms?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. What brings you up?
So basically for me, I feel like my situation when it comes to like dating is like the other girl says, she attracts like YNs mostly. So I do get like the older men. I do get the like men that have like entrepreneur backgrounds. Like they went to college. I did go to HBCU in North Carolina. I went to Salem. So, but then when it comes to like getting deep into the relationship and, you know, us growing, it like they stop. And it's like some have children and some don't have children. And I always like in my brain put it up to like the man is not done with it if he does have children, like his other situation.
Oh my God.
Or another thing is too, I feel like I do a lot.
This young lady's chaotic. She needs to call me. I'll tell her exactly what the damn issue is. Anyway, shout out to Ashley. But here's the thing. Regardless of the amount of money that a Kendra G has made, right? Like all of her business and her accolades, right? Like you guys decide. What do you think would be more of the prize for a man? A woman that does that or a woman that carries herself with complete elegance and femininity throughout her conversations with people? I kind of want to hear her talk just to give you guys an example.
Okay, we're meeting guys at the club. We're meeting guys who already have 4 children or children or more, okay?
It's like logic.
And honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you,
come on,
I think you like that vibe.
Yeah, she likes the up and down.
I think you like a little toxic. I think you like a YN. I think you like a little chaotic.
Yes.
And
I actually don't.
Baby girl, you're a liar. You got red dreads and a tongue ring and a chest tattoo, okay? You like the drama, you like the ups and downs, and it's because your mind is a little bit chaotic.
Oh, I promise you I don't. So I am very high energy. I'll give that to you 10 out of 10. So I'm actually 29, guys. I'm actually 29. So I'm very high energy. I do hair. I'm a licensed cosmetologist in 3 states. I went to school. That's why I got my cosmetology license first. Then I went to college in another state. So then when I was in college in that other state, I got my license there just so I was able to do hair. And then I also moved to a state where I like to live. So then I got my license there. So when it comes to just certain things, like I am very high energy. When it comes to being around men, I understand when to be quiet, you know, simmer down a little bit, but I'm just excited right now. So let me be excited. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it's how you carry yourself. Like, for example, I am a man that is a high value man. And if I was to have a conversation with you and this is the way that you portray yourself versus the way like an Ashley portrays herself, there ain't nothing I could do with you. In my mind, I'm just like, okay, how fast can I get away from this young lady? And depending upon the degrees of your sexual attraction that I can obviously notice from you, I'm doing the mathematics in my mind as if I want to deal with you for that night. But anything else besides that is not for a long time. The way that you conduct yourself is not for a long time. You conduct yourself and the image that you represent or present to a man is only for a short time. How do you clean your nails properly? There's probably doo-doo crust all up underneath them Freddy Kruegers. Anyway, you guys get the point. Let's go back up into the original video.
You know my pockets ain't hitting.
I can look at your face and tell your pockets ain't hitting.
Now here's some brother that's trying to holler at her on her show. She's basically crapping on the guy, and that's strategic. So now the men that she would really want, she doesn't want to compete for, and then the men that she doesn't want, she will say that they are not on her level. This is a strategy that many women, in particular black women of a certain financial status, use on men because either way they're gonna win in the end in that particular argument. For the men that have more than them, they can say, he's not worth my time, I don't want to go for that. Then for the men that they don't want, they can crap on them, and that way they can say, well, there's no good men around. Yeah. But obviously this strategy is conflicting and it will never give her any results but to defend the goalpost that she is consistently trying to move. Right. But there's more.
If I have to alter my life, you will never be the prize. And I know my worth so much. That is why it's not about, oh, why can't Kendra get a man? No, honey, why can't a man get Kendra? I ain't never trying to get no man, honey. You got to get me because I am 1000% whole, good, and thriving.
Kendra G.
This is why Kevin tore her up, and rightfully so. Oh,
he challenges the notion or idea that she can't get a man. She then flips the argument and asks a rhetorical question, but why can't a man get me? And the reason that she justifies this is that she is thriving. Well, thriving is a very general word. So I would ask, thriving to who?
It's actually insane.
I mean, nobody can deny that Kendra G is a hard worker and she's financially successful, but thriving financially does not equal thriving in the romantic market. It doesn't. This is also a problem that I've seen with certain women, especially black women, because you have two tails of the tape. Let's say, for example, a black man who is doing financially well. Now, a black man that's doing financially well usually understands that if he wants a woman of his choice, he needs to offer something. This is typically how men operate. Men who have means offer up protection, some level of commitment, stability to attract the kind of women that they want. Kendra G is a woman who's also financially stable. But what she is asking, is this AI? What are you giving me? Let's just look at this in plain view.
What the
what? Asking, what are you giving me? Let's just look at this in plain view. What person, regardless of gender, gets more out of life? Somebody who was offered to give something or somebody looking for someone to give to them?
He's right, you know.
Well, the question is, what is the man getting from you? Just because you feel that you are thriving, well, that's an opinion, not a fact. You can be thriving financially, and that really means nothing to a woman. But a man who's thriving financially typically means a lot to a woman. I'm not here to say that it means everything, but definitely it means something. So Kendra,
and this is wall banger, and shout out to Dr. BOA. I got that from my brother. I'm adding on Hall of Famer. This is wall banger Hall of Famer. What O'Shea is talking about, and it does a great job in continuing to distinguish the difference between both men and women and what they want in each other, right? In one another. Because most men, again, do not care how well that you're doing within your financial situation, right? Like, it's different if everybody's like in the lowest level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs and you thinking about food, water, shelter. But once you start to get above that, right? Like what they say, like if you make like $70,000, $80,000 per year, the more money that you make, right? Like the ratio doesn't go up the same, right? It's diminishing returns. But she's making all of this money and who knows how much that she's actually making, and she's attributing that to the value. Meanwhile, men have already, right? Like how much that you make, it really don't matter after you do about $70,000 to $80,000 per year as a single woman. What men are looking for is your level of cooperation, your agreeableness, your femininity, how you've kept your body in shape and in check, and then also how you can conduct yourself. I'll tell you one thing, ladies that I consider for the future, for some, if I see them up in Paris with their titties, if I see you out here with your and I'm looking at your Instagram profile, I'm gonna think, yo, this a thought rocket. This a thought bop. Okay, she's searching for validation for licks. Licks. Maybe that too. But for likes on the profile picture, she doing all of that. It's too much, baby. It's just too much. And it's just like you chastise men that tell you that they are high value. Meanwhile, you're doing the exact same thing, but it doesn't work because you are a woman and men are not looking for that. Okay. I don't know why she thinks that men and women want the same exact things, or like she's the prize because she's achieved all these things within her career. And it seems as though she's just overvaluing her career, her money, her status, while ignoring what men actually think are the prize. What she has may impress the women that are looking at her, but it doesn't mean that the men are looking for this, for relationship.
G still expects, at 44 years old, in Los Angeles, that somebody needs to come and just look for her, when in the reality, nobody is checking for her like that, because any man that she will want has so many other opportunities, she can't even get close to that guy. She would then continue.
And I am proof that this notion of without a man you will not be happy, that is the brainwashedness that they want women to feel.
Melissa Ford.
Because they want you to feel like, oh, you have everything but a man. Thank God. Like sometimes you should say thank God to that prayer. See, a woman, when she really knows her worth, she knows what she brings to a relationship. So you can't manipulate her given that greatness to you.
Now, she says here, she proves that a woman doesn't need to be happy. She understands what she brings to the relationship, to a man, and that is greatness. Is that true, Kendra G? Because we do know about your last relationship. And what did you bring there?
Hey, how was that Kendra G scrutinizing women about their requirements and preferences in a mate when she's parading around Los Angeles and being love bombed by Hush Puppy Jr., the Nigerian Deo, aka Donovan Johnson, aka Don Johnson, aka Reginald Green, aka Terrence Reed, aka James Wright, aka Timothy Price, and the list goes on. She is head over heels in love with a notorious scammer that recently came home from federal prison for bank fraud, credit card fraud, wire fraud, identity theft, and money laundering.
So Kendra G brought so much to the relationship, she ended up dealing with somebody that was a Nigerian scammer.
What?
We don't have any proof of what you bring to the relationship because this so-called greatness is something that must be interpreted, and you're interpreting that greatness. It's just like somebody saying they're great at basketball, or they're great at YouTube, or they're great at football. Well, how do we know that? We know that by their production. In their production, we can compare them to anybody else, and then we can say,
I can tell O'Shea's team is international. He said football, and he put down the soccer, baby. Okay, I know the words. I know. Never mind.
By their production. Well, over this length of time, based on these statistics, we can see that this player is top tier. The same thing that you do for managing anything is that you want to see how good the person is at something. And typically when somebody judges you, it's not you yourself that judges you. The market judges you. Outsiders judge you in any market. And also, this is the truth once it comes to dating a relationship. It's one thing to feel that you're a good catch or that you have greatness, but that's an opinion, not a fact. If Kendra G brought so much to the relationship, even at 44, it wouldn't matter her age, because guys would just leave their wife and they would come to Kendra G and be with her. But do you see anybody breaking their neck trying to go be in a relationship with Kendra G?
No. Well,
exactly. That's why she ended up with that scammer. It was hush hush when she got exposed.
Listen, first off, I don't trust dudes that smile with both their top lip and their bottom lip. Okay, you guys gotta work on your smile. You sound like this. That shit is trash. You smile, okay? Let your bottom teeth just rock. All right, stop giving these smiles. Anyway, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Do I think that she has dry DMs? No, I don't think that she does, especially when she's bouncing them exceptionally large mammary glands all over Paris. You know, I think that there's dudes that are sliding down up in there, but, you know, she's attracting with that behavior the type of man that inevitably that she doesn't want, okay? Or she's attracting, I guess maybe she's doing that from a business perspective because, hey, listen, women like tatas too, right? Anyway, the reality is that while she has options, she doesn't have the right options, or at least the options that would be form fit for her standards and requirements. And therein lies the gap.
Then she would say this.
You ain't got enough money in the bank for my life. Your is not big enough for the sacrifice for my life.
Oh.
There ain't an access you can give me that I cannot get on my own that is worth the sacrifice of my life.
She then addresses,
why would you ever want to be with a woman that talks like that? I guarantee you, if she's talking like that on her public platform, you think like in an argument, like if y'all really is trying to be together, she won't do nothing like that or even try to cut you even deeper than that. She'll get in a year relationship with you, all of a sudden your dick was too little, and she'll let you know. Oh, she'll get like, oh man, that's the thing, is that their mouths is crazy, so hateful, so negative. Like, but I get it. Once you've made it to this stage in life and you harbor this hate, harbor this bitterness, and that's the way that you talk about men publicly. Oh,
your money, your or none of that is worth her life. That's interesting.
Who is she mad
because
at?
she talked about money before.
Who
and
hurt
her
you,
opinion
girl?
was, well.
So I think a lot of women sometimes say they want these men, but they've never dated it, because if they had, they wouldn't be just focusing on the money. There's a lot of women that have men with money, but they're not always happy.
Oh yeah, you're telling Kevin Samuels right now that money isn't everything.
Got her.
So which one is it? Again, if a man's money, or any of that is worth her life, then guess what? You wouldn't really waste your time talking about it on the internet. It's not like men care, but it seems that you have something that you're trying to prove, which is that you don't need a man, you're not pressed, you're high value in the dating market. And the reality is that if anybody is really high value in anything, they don't go around and make videos like this. And what a lot of ladies don't understand is that when you post stuff like this, men are really not going to be angry with you. That's not going to be the case. A lot of men, once they mature, they're just going to feel sorry for you.
That's my long lost locked up cousin right there, right? but O'Shea has a point right here. They're not gonna like the content. They're not gonna comment on the content. They're just gonna look and go the other way. You've now, from a social media perspective, you're just entertainment, and they look the completely opposite direction, and they choose less argumentative, more loving of men in general, more respectful of men in general, and not just like a public embarrassment, right? Like through their ego, or she probably just ended a relationship with some dude and is really talking to that dude, but is talking to all of us. That's what's probably going on. But let's go.
Because you're only saying this stuff to make yourself feel better, but everybody believes and understands that what you're doing doesn't make sense. So you have no way of proving that you're valuable, and we all know that Because look at what you're doing. You're up there preaching to the choir, but nobody's putting money in the offering, boo. It's okay. You didn't give the men that you wanted in your life what they wanted. Now you're bitter. Now you're miserable. So now you get to put down men all the time and flash the fact that you have money and you have wealth. In a city like Los Angeles, where nobody really cares about you anyway. There are so many women out there. There are so many opportunities out there. Nobody wakes up in the morning and says, oh, I really wish I could date Kendra G. I really wish I could go over there and try to clap. Like, no. I mean, she's not an ugly woman, and I will give her props all day because yes, you're a hardworking Black woman. Yes, you hit a lick with your dating thing. Now you got money. But what it looks like is you're a lady with new money. You're just now getting this type of cash in your life, and now you're acting a damn fool. In real power, in real security, honey, it doesn't move like that.
O'Shea cooking.
That's how somebody insecure, immature, and has deep-seated issues, that's how they move. And what you should be doing as a 44 or 45-year-old woman, or maybe even 46 or even 47.
He's right, you know.
Is to ask the Lord God for some guidance so that the Lord orders your steps so that you can remove some of that anger and some of that malice out your heart. And trust me, I've been there. I've had it. I've been the kind of person that was insecure with my feelings too.
You have to step
blaming women for everything, being upset. But you know what? When you're really secure about yourself and about your femininity or masculinity, you understand that if you simply focus on giving the people you want to deal with what they want, you won't have a problem. But the issue is, it's called sacrifice. We all have to do it. Whatever we want, that woman, that man, that car. Oh, by the way, stop the show. You don't have any problem with sacrificing yourself for luxury goods because you got cars, you got weaves, you got sandals, you got money. But when it comes to appealing to a high value partner, you don't want to put that effort in. So just say that.
That is such a good point. I didn't know that she did stuff like that. And, you know, it's just I believe what O'Shea is saying, right? New money, showing all these things off, thinks it was going to impact dating marketplace. And she's dealing with the reality that it has not. And now she's posturing with ego in order to project that she's whole. But in fact, she's a slice of cake. Many of these women were just sold the feminist dream and propaganda. You get a career, get a money, get the house, get the Bentley, as what she's demonstrating right there. And then somehow a perfect man is just going to just show up and sweep you off your feet and deal with all of your bullshit. But instead of making strategic moves in order to place yourself more appropriately within a dating marketplace, you get up on the internet, demonstrate ego, and through thinly veiled hostile remarks, demonstrate to us that your strategy is not working.
Cars, you got weaves, you got sandals, you got money. But when it comes to appealing to a high value partner, you don't want to put that effort in. So just say that. And that way you can go head on and keep dating young scammers. And when it doesn't work out, you can go head on and not address it. And you can just look silly for the internet. But it's okay. You're not the only woman who does this. So many of y'all do this. And at first I used to be bothered, but now I just feel sorry for you because you're letting everybody know, boo, you need some attention. You need some love. You just need somebody to come and say, you look so nice today. You smell so good today, baby. You just look so wonderful. And those women will melt in a heartbeat. They'll be the first ones hella clingy to you while you haven't called me, or you've been all day going crazy, you know, calling your phone 35 times. Because mentally, people like that are unstable. And they'll be the first one to do anything you need. Once you break down that hard ass shell, you'll see how vulnerable they truly are. And real dudes who've been around the game for a long time understand that. You're just running your mouth, baby. And it's all good. I'll be over there to take you to Denny's tonight. And I guarantee you that you're gonna go. Okay? So black women that act like this, as a black man, let me tell you something as we end this video. Number one, subscribe, hit the bell, because you know you want to. And number two, we don't
they
really
keep using
care
this one.
about all that. Because you're just trying to lie to yourself, and that's cool. That's okay. But once you want to calm down and actually stop being mad and be an adult, the women that this applies to, we're going to be here for you, boo. We just need you to go ahead on and work on yourself. And once you do that, we can work together. So guys, what do you think?
Shout out to O'Shea. My man O'Shea was cooking. Oh, he was frame broiling at the end over there. Let me also say it for this, like from my perspective, and this, I've never actually talked about this, but you know, now that I have like, you know, all of these subscribers and stuff like that, and shout out to y'all, subscribe to my channel as well. But now that I have all these subscribers, I go over to my Instagram. I'm almost at like 200,000 followers up on Instagram. Most of my platforms are over 100,000. Let's say before all of this, right? Like let's say like 10, 15 years ago, I used to wonder, right? Like dudes that have like these large social media followings, or just people in general, like what does that look like from a dating perspective? Do they see their DMs? Like, do they, like, what are they, like, what's happening? Right. And I can tell you guys from my perspective is that, you know, again, before doing all of this and the way that I'm doing all of this, there was a lot more women around me. OK, why was that? I had a lot more time. And also because I was a private citizen, less vetting had to go into my life and people around me. So, yeah, because of that and my time allotment, right, it just makes it a lot more difficult right now. Like, yeah, like sometimes I look down at my IG DMs and I see a warm milk dud, you heard? A particularly soppy viscous inner. I see that from on occasion, and ladies, I thank you. But, you know, at the end of the day, like there's only but so much, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't just, it's different. And I'm sure like everybody who has some type of like notoriety, like they go through the same things in terms of like the realization that it's actually way harder than what it was before. Now, there's some dudes out there that are willing to take a lot more risks. Perhaps, right, like they have like NDAs that they're having chicks sign and right, like all of these different things. But I think that irrespective, you can have all of the clout, the money, the status, the house, all of these different types of things. But at the end of the day, right, like you could have all of the status, the accolades, right, the perceived value of who that people you are, people perceive you or you recognize you as. But at the end of the day, if your talking points and your actions are contradictory in nature, or if you have like this degree of delusion in the way that you move, right, like you inevitably might be proving the exact point that your critics have been saying the entire time. And I think that is playing out here for Kendra. You can call yourself the prize because you can afford a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, but you can't wake up next to your bed and look at a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. It will not matter, ma'am. But yeah, the whole social media thing, right? Like I see DMs on occasion, but you know, I feel like I can't really even utilize it because, you know, you have to protect yourself because, you know, I don't want to be up on these internet streets getting done dirty by a Nigerian scammer, allegedly, like Kendra G. And I'm sure that young man hit her up originally on the DMs. Okay. So anyway, guys, I thank you for joining me here today. I know we went a bunch of different directions within this. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Make sure you guys go up there and subscribe to O'Shea as well. I believe he's almost at 500K. So make sure you guys go up there, subscribe to the brother. Tell him MTR sent you. Last but not least, guys, viraltovalue.com. That is my curriculum for how to be a online commentator. Feel free to click the link down in the description box down below so you can copy exactly my system every day of what I do in order to make this work. It looks a lot easier than what it actually is. And for those that have tried content creation, you already know what it is that I'm talking about. But that's the true marker of someone who absolutely understands what he's talking about. We make it look easy over here. All right. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. Protect your damn selves at all times. And I'll see you guys soon. Until next time. Peace.
You is ratchet as they come. Rainbow weaves and batwing lashes. Weighing more than a man. What time is your football practice? I bet you can hit that A gift like a mug. How you big back it. Said a man must buy you gifts. Where here goes a Fitbit tracker. Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad.